You know, 2 videos just ain't quite enough for a 4-year lock anniversary. What up, y'all? It's your homeboy Justin. We are back in my bathroom for the 3rd time this week. This is just a big thanks to you. Supporting me, encouraging me, being there with me through the ups and the downs, all that stuff, okay? What we're doing today is we're gonna do Senegalese twists. On loose hair, not locked hair, on loose hair, you just take 2 strands, kinda smallish strands, and you just twist them together. So it's like a 2-strand twist, but they're a little bit smaller, and so I figured I would try that on my locks to see how that looks. And you know what, just to throw it in, I'm gonna put in some 4 quick styles that you can do while your hair is also twisted. Y'all thought 2 videos is all you're gonna get this week. You can get 3. You're gonna get 3 this week. I'm giving you a whole 3. I did 3 last year, so I'm gonna do 3 this year. I might as well, you know, probably every anniversary I think we'll do 3. Might as well, you know. Make it a thing, let's make it a tradition. Let's do that. Without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial, right guys? So first things first, you're gonna need some things. To secure your hair, these rubber bands, use all of those, you need all of those. And then moisturize. So I'm gonna do that really quick before we get started, just because I haven't done that today. So we're just gonna use a little bit of everything, We're using, right now I'm using Jamaican black castor oil with a little bit of the mango papaya. Also, some shea butter oil. And then next I use some sweet almond oil, some vitamin E oil. The last one, jojoba. Now I'm just using a little bit of each oil so that way I'm not overloading my scalp and my hair. A little bit of olive oil. And then the last thing is just some coconut oil. It's already melting because it's so hot here in Wichita today. It is like 101 plus degrees for no reason other than to just annoy us. Really, that's the only reason. It was not this hot in Orlando, and I really want to go back because that was just nice weather. That was nice weather. Yeah, I didn't tell y'all about that. I went to Orlando last week for the National Black Catholic Congress. Yep, I'm black. Who knew? No, yeah, I'm Catholic. I would say to a lesser degree than most like devout Catholics, whatever. But, you know, I still believe in God and all that stuff. So I went because my pastor made me go. That's another story. But yeah, I went last week. So I was in Orlando. It was fun. It was cool. Met some nice people, met some interesting people, especially like in the music world. So that was cool to kind of connect and talk about our ministries and what we do. Also, my cousin Ann was there too from New Orleans. So that was cool seeing you, Ann. That was cool. Yeah, so I did that last week. But let's get on with this tutorial. So obviously, you know, if you want to retwist your roots before you do this, to have it look even more polished, you can do that. But regardless if you do that or not, the first thing that I like to do to make sure that I'm getting all of my locks is I like to separate my locks right down the center of my head as close as you can get them. And then just work one side at a time to make sure that you get all of the locks. You could just, you know, go willy-nilly and just do whatever, but I really like to make sure that I'm getting everything. Even if you don't do Senegalese twists, if you do just 2-strand twists or braids, if you part your hair in the middle before you do everything, when you want to part your hair after it's done, you're already good to go because your hair's already sectioned off that way. I'm just gonna start from the front actually and just work my way to the back. So you just take 2 locks. This is going to be the mind-blowing part. This is going to be like this is going to be the whoa, like, oh my goodness, okay? So I think for the very front, I'll retwist just, you know, just to make sure that we're looking good and fresh and all that stuff. Just for the very front, But that's about it. So, you know, retwist your hair in the same direction and then just to take the strands and retwist like this. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? I cannot believe what is taking place right now. Like just twisting my hair. Oh my goodness, chat. Oh my gosh. Then take your rubber band and just, I would say more so loosely. So like maybe 4 times is what I'll do. We'll do it like that, yeah. And then just band it up together, and then it'll unravel and you'll have this cool little band. This little 2-strand twist. Take 2 more. Kind of get the roots, you know. You don't have to do this step, obviously. If you want to just go straight into the twisting part, you can. I'm just doing this to make sure that my roots don't, what's the word? That they don't mat together, because that's the one thing. I mean, this is also a good thing to do. Say you have thin locks like I do and you're wanting to make them thicker. You can do Senegalese twists like this and then just let the hair lock at the roots, and after a while, the part that's actually twisted will lock together too. I would just suggest to palm roll it more frequently than you retwist your actual locks. And then obviously when you retwist, you want your locks to lock together at the roots. So they'll start to do that like through time, but you have to be willing to wait that long. So yeah, that's basically it. You see, you just get these cool little twists. But that's it in a nutshell. Like, there's no magic here. There's no, you know, it's just time consuming. That's all about it. But okay. Oh, and one last tip before I go. Like this lock, this is a combined lock, right? When you do this, you want to make sure that you do not get the locks confused, especially when you remove the rubber bands at the end of you wearing this style. Just like with any other style, if you're ever braiding or twisting or using multiple locks, but then you have some combined locks that haven't fully locked yet, make sure you're careful at the ends and don't untwist or don't unravel locks that aren't meant to be, you know, unraveled, especially if you're trying to combine. So I'm gonna do the rest of them and I will be back hopefully in an hour, but obviously a little bit less time with the whole magic of video editing. So see you in a second. Okay, y'all, so I have been watching Grey's Anatomy first off and just trying to use that to help this go by quicker, but it's taking me about 40 minutes just to get one side. So you can see though, that's how it'll look. So I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry and I'm gonna finish the second side. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. So yeah, this is it. This is the final look. This is after I've done it. Okay, so a few things for me to note for you guys. So I thought I wasn't gonna retwist all the locks, but I did while I was doing these Senegalese twists, which is why it took me 2 hours. So I mean, if you do this and you want to retwist, it's gonna take about that much time or longer if you have a full head of locks, you know, with the sides and everything. Other than that, pretty simple, just time consuming. So get you some shows to watch, get you some Netflix or Hulu or whatever you want to do, and you know, sit down on the TV and watch that. Or unless you're like me, I was in front of the mirror the whole time because I really wanted to make sure that I was grabbing really close locks and my retwisting was very neat and, you know, nice. So this is, I guess this is style number 1. We'll call this style number 1. Let me give you guys a quick 360 of this, okay? that's it. 4 little quick, I wouldn't say they're quick. I would say this last one definitely took some time. But if you're going for something very different and unique, I would try this out, or one of these 4 styles out. Senegalese Twists, pretty easy. You can kind of do what you want with it. That's about it, really, in all honesty. So, as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to hit me up on any other type of social media, feel free to do so. All the links are in the description box below. If you have any questions or comments about this video, let me know in the comment section below. Right there, right below me. As always, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you are subscribed, click on the notification button because you will get notifications of when I post, which is every Monday and Thursday usually. And yeah, that's everything I want to say. That's it. We done. We good. We done. Okay. Well, after everything we done did today and everything this week, I just want to say happy birthday again to my Locs. Happy 4 years. If you are are near the 4-year part of your journey, congrats to you for getting this far as well. If you are just in your first few months or first year, keep on trucking and keep with the inspiration, and you will get here in no time. And for those who have Locs that are like way older than mine, just thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing if you're subscribed. So if you guys want to watch any more videos, the last video is right there. There's a playlist right there. There's also a circle right here of other, subscribing things you can do. Just click on that circle to subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Thank you again. Peace, and keep it locked.